Hey guys, so I saw something on YouTube and just kind of reminded me, and I just want to give you my perspective on why I became an orthodontist and why I think it's the best job in the world. So let me start this off by saying that I have two family members, so my dad and my brother, who are physicians. So that definitely runs in our family. We have zero dentists, zero orthodontists, nobody in the dental field in my family. So that was always a little bit different. When I was in school, I always thought I was gonna be a physician, and I even took the MCAT. I took the MCAT, which that test sucks, but I took it, and then I realized after that test, just after kind of some soul searching, that that was not for me. Like I said, my dad is a physician, my brother's a physician, and a couple of the downfalls, I still think it's a great job, but a couple of the downfalls are on call. So my dad's a radiologist, so he gets called in at literally all hours, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and then he has to work the next day. So it was intense, and that was when I was growing up. It provides an amazing life for your family, but it's really tough. He actually never complained at all because he's very, very good worker. But I always thought that was tough, being called in at 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and then having to go to work the next day. Yeah, you're compensated really well, but that just, over time, after 10, 15, 20, 30 years, I just thought that'd be too much for me. So that was kind of things that were kind of dissuading me from being in the medical field. And of course, once I kind of started thinking about all this stuff, I shadowed a dentist and I was like, hey, this is a pretty good life. So I took the DAT and then I told my parents, I still remember it, at lunch one day, telling them, hey, you know what, I'm gonna become a dentist. I think this is a great job. And initially, they were a little bit disappointed and shocked, which I know some of you have told me that same thing. You guys are kind of wondering what you should do, and you're thinking, hey, your parents may even be disappointed if you become a dentist, which is kind of crazy to me. But that actually happened to me, only for a minute. They were just kind of shocked for a second, but one of their best friends is a dentist, so they kind of understood. Once I told them why I was doing this, they thought, okay, well, this is actually a really good idea. So yeah, it's a little bit of a shock sometimes depending on your family, but being a dentist, orthodontist is an amazing, amazing job. And I want to go through that a little bit just right now. All right, like I mentioned before, so number one is you're not on call. So you kind of make your own hours. For me, I make my own hours. Obviously, I'm an owner. If you're working for somebody else, you're probably gonna be working with their hours. But let's say, for instance, for me, I like to work out in the morning, have my nice morning, I meditate, I do all these crazy things in the morning. So I actually don't start work till 10, which is later than most people, but that allows me to get all my stuff done in the morning. So when we're done with work at 6, I'm good. I'm like, hey, we're done, everything's good. Obviously being an owner, there's more to it than that, but at least I get to make my hours, so I come in kind of when I want. And if I want to be off for a certain time because I want to go to a conference, or I want to have family time, or I want to do something specific, I can do that because I'm an owner. I own the office. So that's really good. No on call, kind of make your own hours. Obviously you have to cater to your patients, so you can't just do whatever you want to do, but at least you can kind of manage your hours a little bit better. So that's number one. Number two is, honestly, I love interacting with patients. And I know you get to do that as a physician too, and there's a lot of other jobs you get to do that as well. But being an orthodontist, I get to interact with a ton of people. I'm a people person, so I love it. I get to interact with 30, 40, 50, 60 people a day. And I'm always trying to progress their smile, which is why they're here, right? So they're trying to progress, they're trying to get better. They can see their smile improving. They can know that we're doing different things just to give them like the best bite and the best aesthetics possible. So I love those interactions. Yes, you'll always have those patients that are a little bit harder to deal with, just like you're gonna have with any job. But in general, in ortho, you get to interact with so many people, which I really enjoy doing. So that's my number two. I just get to interact with a ton of people and I love it. And they can tell that, hey, we're trying to progress, we're trying to make their smile better, and they're happy too. So number three for me, and I think I've known this for a long time, is I've wanted to become a business owner. I just love that idea of being an entrepreneur, kind of doing your own thing and yeah, setting out on your own path. You can do that with other jobs, okay? But I really think dentistry and ortho gives you that really good backbone to set you up for success. So, for example, there's right across the street, there's like a juice kind of spot. And that's great. That person is entrepreneurial. They want to start up this juice joint and it potentially can go good. But it is really hard to make money just doing random ventures like that. the stats were something like 96% of businesses fail within 8 or 10 years. So vast majority of businesses fail. Dental offices rarely do. And you'll get this a little bit more if you ever go get a loan, because they will tell you this, that they will loan to dentists all the time because there's so few of them that go under. So I just think it gives you that good base in order to make a good living while being a business owner. And for me, I wanted to own multiple offices, so it's just easier for me to do that, having this backbone of dentistry. I think it was even better for me for orthodontics because that means I can go to multiple offices, but I just really, really enjoyed that. That was really, really important for me, and I think dentistry gives you that good backbone. So the fourth and final thing for me, and there's a lot of different things I can mention, but this is just the last one I'll mention here, is that you have a great lifestyle. And I think that's why a lot of people end up choosing dentistry, and especially orthodontics, because your lifestyle is so good. So like I mentioned before, you can have your own business, you have that good backbone of dentistry to own your own businesses. You can kind of make your own hours, you make a good income. So all of those things I think just add to the amazingness of being an orthodontist, the amazingness of being a dentist. That lifestyle is always kind of something I was thinking of when I was thinking of my future career. So those are the reasons I became an orthodontist. So let me know, do you think those are good ideas? Do you think those are stupid ideas? Are there different things you're thinking about? Are you trying to kind of question if you're going to become a physician, a dentist, an engineer, entrepreneur, do something different? Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and thanks so much for listening.